Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group H. We would like to present about consolidation of less than wholly owned subsidiaries acquired at more than book value. Before we start our presentation, let me introduce our group. My name is Anissa Balkis Budiani. My student number is 183 and my partner is Widya Nurul Jannah. Student number is 308. First, I want to explain about the consolidated balance sheet with majority-owned subsidiary. The consolidation process for a less than wholly owned subsidiary with a differential is the same as the process for a wholly owned subsidiary with a differential, except that the claims of the non-controlling interest must be considered. For example, is Peerless Products Corporation and Special Foods Incorporation. We can see these calculations. We get the amount of $387,500,000 from calculate the fair value of peerless consideration plus fair value of the NCI interest. We can see the amount from this information, that is $310,000 plus $77,500,000. So we get $387,500,000. For the book value of Special Foods net assets, we can calculate the common stock of Special Foods plus retained earnings of Special Foods, that is $200,000 plus $100,000, so we get $300,000. And then to get the amount of difference between fair value and book value, we can calculate $387,500,000 minus $300,000, so we get $87,500,000 for the difference between fair value and book value. Peerless records the acquisition on its books with the following in entry. That is investment in Special Foods in debit, $310,000, and cash in credit, $310,000. We did record purchase of Special Food stock. This is the balance sheets of Peerless Products and Special Foods in January 1, 2000x1, immediately after combinations. From this figure 5.1, we can see that Peerless Products has total assets, that is $1,100,000, and for the Special Foods has total assets $500,000. For the total liabilities and equity, Peerless Products has $1,100,000 and Special Foods has total liabilities and equity, that is $500,000. The excess of the $387,500,000 total fair value of the consideration given and the non-controlling interest on the debt of combination over the $300,000 book value of Special Food is $87,500,000. Of this total differential, $7,500,000 relates to the excess of the acquisition debt fair value over the book value of Special Foods net identifiable assets, as shown in figure 5.2. The remaining $12,500,000 of the differential, the excess of the consideration given and the non-controlling interest over the fair value of Special Foods net identifiable assets, is assigned to goodwill. Because Peerless acquired only 80% of Special Foods common stock, Peerless' share of the total differential was $70,000. We get from calculate 87,500 multiply 0.80. Specifically, Peerless' share of the excess fair value over the net identifiable assets value, or NA, is $60,000. We get this amount from calculate $75,000 multiply 0.8, and its goodwill share is $10,000. We get from calculate $12,500,000 multiply 0.80. The unrevealed share of Special Foods net book value is $240,000. We get from calculate the percent of Special Foods common stock multiply common stock of Special Foods plus retained earning of Special Foods. So we can calculate 80% of Special Foods common stock multiply $300,000. So we get $240,000. As a result, the Perlas acquisition price of $310,000 applies to the book value and the differential component of Special Foods fair value as follows. 80% goodwill, that is $10,000, and 80% identifiable excess, that is $60,000. And for the book value, 80% book value is $240,000. So the initial investment in Special Foods is $310,000. Assuming that Perlas decides to prepare a consolidated balance sheet on the acquisition date, the book value component of the acquisition price is divided between Perlas and the non-controlling interest as follows. Book value calculations. Book value at acquisition. NCI 20% is $60,000 plus Perlas 80% is $240,000, equal to common stock, that is $200,000 plus retained earnings, that is $100,000. This analysis leads to the following basic elimination entry. Basic investment account elimination entry. Common stock in debit $200,000 and retained earnings in debit $100,000. And then investment in Special Foods in credit $240,000 and NCI in NA of Special Foods in credit is $60,000. In this example, Perlas purchased only 80% of the common stock, so the $300,000 book value of net assets is shared with the NCI shareholders. The differential can be allocated between Perlas and the non-controlling interest as follows. The excess value differential calculations in beginning balance. NCI 20% is $500,000 plus Perlas 80% is $70,000, equal to inventory plus land plus building plus accumulated depreciation and plus goodwill. So $5,000 plus $10,000 plus $60,000 plus 0 plus $500,000. From this analysis, we can construct the excess value reclassification entry. Excess value differential reclassification entry. In debit, there is inventory, land, building, and goodwill. Inventory is 5,000, land is 10,000, building is 60,000, goodwill is 500,000. And in credit, that is investment in Special Foods 70,000 and NCI in NA of Special Foods 17,500,000. In Chapter 4, Specialty Foods has accumulated depreciation on the acquisition debt of $300,000. The following elimination journal captures the accumulated depreciation against the cost of building and equipment. So the optional accumulated depreciation elimination entry, we can write in debit, that is accumulated depreciation is $300,000 and in credit is building and equipment $300,000. Accumulated depreciation at the time of the acquisition netted against cost. Figure 5.3 illustrates Perlas consolidated worksheet at the acquisition date on January 1, 2000x1. After the elimination entries are placed on the worksheet, each row is added up to get the combined total. If we look at the total assets included in the consolidation column, thus in the consolidated balance sheet, it consists of the back value for Perlas assets and liabilities plus the acquisition debt fair value for Special Foods assets and liabilities plus goodwill. Consolidated financial statements with a majority owned subsidiary. Perlas Products and Special Foods report revenues and dividends for 2000x1 and 2000x2 shown in Figure 5.4 in next slide. With respect to assets subject to $87,500,000 difference, assume that all inventory is sold for 2000x1. The building and equipment have 10 years remaining from the economic life from the date of incorporation, and Special Foods uses straight line depreciation. Further, assume that management determines at the end of 2000x1 that acquisition of the Special Foods is proportionately related to controlling and non-controlling interest, as well as impairment. Finally, assume that Peerless accounts for its investment in Special Foods using the equity method. Initial year of ownership. The business combination of Peerless products and Special Foods occurs at the beginning of 2000x1. Accordingly, Peerless records the acquisition on January 1, 2000x1 as previously shown. Parent company entries. During 2000x1, Peerless makes a common equity method entry to record the income and dividends of its subsidiary. We can see in figure 5.4. We can see in 2000x1, separate operating income Peerless is 140,000 and dividends is 60,000. In 2000x1, x2, separate operating income Peerless is 160,000 and dividends is 60,000. For the Special Foods in 2000x1, the net income of Special Foods is $50,000 and for the dividends is $30,000. In 2000x2, the net income of Special Foods is $75,000 and for the dividends is $40,000. Because Peerless purchased only 80% of the voting share, it had to share Special Foods revenue and dividends with the subsidiaries' non-controlling shareholders. We can see in this journal is investment in Special Foods in debit, that is 40,000, and in credit is income from Special Foods 40,000. We did record Peerless 80% shares of Special Foods 2000x1 income. And in next journal, in debit, cash is 24,000. In credit, investment in Special Foods is 24,000. We did record Peerless 80% share of Special Foods 2000x1 dividend. In addition, Peerless must write off a portion of the differential with the following entry. In debit, income from Special Foods, $11,300,000. In credit, investment in Special Foods, $11,300,000. We did record amortization of excess acquisition price. Special Foods undervalue inventory comprising $5,000 of the total differential was sold during the year. Therefore, Peerless for $1,000 portion, we get from calculate the $5,000 multiply 80% must be written off by reducing both the investment account and the parent's income from the subsidiary. Also, Peerless portion of the excess fair value of Special Foods buildings and equipment must be amortized at $4,800 per year over the remaining 10-year life. Finally, Peerless portion of the goodwill impairment, that is $2,500, we get from calculate $3,125 multiply 0.80 is also included in this adjustment. Thus, the entire write-off, the differential is $11,300,000. We get from calculate $4,000 plus $4,800 plus $2,500,000. A more detailed calculation of Peerless shares of the differential amortization is illustrated below in the excess value differential calculations. The following diagram illustrates the breakdown of the book value components and the excess value of the investment account at the beginning and end of year. In the beginning of year, there is investment in Special Foods amount is $310,000 and the ending investment in Special Foods amount is $314,000. $700,000. The book value component can be summarized as follows. The book value calculations, like in this table. So we get the ending book value is in NCI $64,000, in Perles $256,000, in common stock $200,000, and in retained earnings $120,000. We then analyze the differential and its change during the period. So in excess value differential calculations, we get the ending balance of NCI is $14,675, and in Perles is $58,700. In inventory is 0, in land is 10,000, in building 60,000, in accumulated depreciation is 6,000, but it is minus. In goodwill is $9,375. So there is no difference regarding year-end inventories. The only other amortization item is the excess amount assigned to the building, amortized over a 10-year period. In the end, the goodwill was deemed corrupt and valued at only $9,375. The following two accounts illustrate how Perles equity method investment related accounts are eliminated. That is investment in special foods and income from special foods. The same accumulated depreciation write-off entry this year and each year as long as special foods has assets used in the first year. Optional accumulated depreciation elimination entry. In debit, that is accumulated depreciation is $300,000. In credit is building and equipment, that is $300,000. So cumulated depreciation at the time of the acquisition net against cost. Consolidation worksheet initial year of ownership. After the subsidiary income accruals are entered into Perles books, the adjusted trial balance data of the consolidating companies are entered on a three-part consolidated worksheet as shown in figures 5.5 in the next slide. This is figure 5.5. We can see in this figure is Perles Products has ending balance that is 408,700,000, and then total assets is 1,208,700 and total liabilities and equity $1,208,700,000. And for the special foods has ending balance $120,000, total assets $520,000, and total liabilities and equity that is $520,000. Consolidated net income and retained earnings. As can be seen from the worksheet in figure 5.5, the total consolidated net income for 2000X1 is $175,000, and the total income derived from controlling interest, shown as the final figure in the income statement section of the worksheet in the consolidation column, is $168,700,000. So the total retained earnings reported in the consolidated balance sheet as of December 31, 2000X1, shown as the last figure in the retained earnings section of the worksheets in the consolidation column, is $408,700,000. Second year of ownership. The equity method and consolidation procedure in the second year are the same as the first year and are illustrated by continuing the Perles Products and Special Foods example up to 2000X2. Parent company entries. Given the income and dividends as shown in figure 5.4, Perles Products records the following entries on its separate books during 2000X2. In Journal 5, there is investment in special foods in debit 60,000, and in credit income from special foods 60,000. We did record Perles 80% share of special foods 2000 X2 income. In journal 6, that is cash and debit 32,000, and in credit investment in special foods is 32,000. We record Perles 80% share of special foods 2000 X2 dividend. And in journal 7, in debit income from special foods 4,800, and in credit investment in special foods 4,800. We did record amortization of excess acquisition price. Consolidation worksheet second year following combination. To define worksheet entries for 2000X2, we first summarize the change to the master investment account for 2000X2 as follows. In beginning year, that is beginning investment in special foods is $3,014,700,000, and ending investment in special foods is $337,900,000. The book value component can be summarized as follows in book value calculations. Ending book value of NCI is 71,000. In Perles is $284,000, and for the common stock is $200,000, and retained earnings is $155,000. This is the excess value differential calculations. In ending balance, in NCI is $13,475. In Perles is $53,900,000. For land is $10,000, building $60,000, accumulated depreciation $12,000, but it is minus, and goodwill $9,375. Since the amortization difference has been written off from the investment account against the income account as special foods, the change to the difference shown in the middle line of this graph is only reclassified from the income account from the special foods account to the income statement account applied during the consolidation process. This is amortized excess value reclassification entry. In debit is depreciation expense 6,000, and in credit that is income from special foods 4,800, and NCI in NI of special foods in credit 1,200. Excess value differential reclassifications entry. In debit, that is land, building, and goodwill. Land $10,000, building $60,000, goodwill $9,375, and in credit, that is accumulated depreciation, investment in special foods, and NCI in NA of special foods. Accumulated depreciation is $12,000. Investment in special foods is $53,900. NCI in NI of special foods is $13,475. The following T account illustrates how Perles investment in specialty meals and revenue from special meals accounts are eliminated. That is investment in special foods and income from special foods in the account. Optional accumulated depreciation elimination entry. That is accumulated depreciations in debit $300,000, and in credit building and equipment $300,000. Accumulated depreciation at the time of the acquisition net against cost.
My name is Widya Nurul Jana, and next I will explain about discontinuance of consolidations. A parent that has been consolidating a subsidiary in its financial statement should exclude that company from future consolidations. If the parents can no longer exercise the control over it, control might be lost for a number of reasons, such as the first is the parent sells some or all of interest in the subsidiary, and the second is the subsidiary issues additional common stock And the third is the parent enters into agreement to relinquish control. And the last one is the subsidiary comes under the control of the government or the other regular. Okay, for the next is as an example, assume that the Philips product sells 3/4 of its 80% interest in a special foods on January 1, 20x2 for a $246,000, leaving it holding 20% of special foods outstanding stock. On that date, assume that the fair value of special food as a whole is $410,000 and the carrying amount of a Peerless 80% share of a special food is $314,700. Assume the fair value of a Peerless remaining 20% interest in a special food is $82,000. Peerless gain on the sale of a special food stock is computed as follows. And then as you can see in this table, from a figure 5.7 in December 31, 20x2, equity method a worksheet for consolidated financial statement. Second year of ownership, 80% acquisition of more than book value. So this table is the example from the 80% acquisition of more than book value. And then for the next is Peerless remaining 20% interest in a special food is $82,000. Peerless gain on the sale of special food stock is computed as follows. There is cash process receipt at fair value of Peerless remaining equity interest in special food, and the total is $328,000. And less from Peerless total interest in special food at the date of sales. The amount is $314,700, and after deducted, we get gain on sale of 60% interest in special food is $13,300. So the Peerless report the $13,300 gain in 20x2 income as follow. Cash on debit 246,000 and the credit is investment in special food stock is $232,700 and gain on sale of investment is $13,300. For the next subject is a treatment of other comprehensive income. When a parent or subsidiary has a recorded other comprehensive income, the consolidation worksheet normally includes an additional section for other comprehensive income. If neither the parent nor any subsidiary reports other comprehensive income, the section can be omitted from the worksheet. To illustrate the consolidation process when a subsidiary reports other comprehensive income, assume that during 20x2, Special Foods purchased $20,000 of investment classified as available for sale. By December 31, 20x2, the fair value of the securities increased to $30,000. Other than the effects of accounting for Special Foods investment in securities, the financial statement information reported by a Peerless product and Special Food at December 31, 20x2. Adjusted entry recorded by subsidiary. At December 31, 20x2, Special Foods, the subsidiary, recognized the increase in the fair value of its available for sale securities by recording the following adjusting entry. And the journal of adjusting entry is investment in available for sale securities on debit 10,000 and on credit is unrealized gain on investment is 10,000. Adjusted entry recorded by parent subsidiary. In 20x2, Firlis records all its normal entry relating to its investment in special foods, as if the subsidiary had not reported other comprehensive income. In addition, at December 31, 20x2, Firlis Products separately recognized its proportionate share of the subsidiary's unrealized gain from the increase in the value of the available-for-sale securities. So there is a example from journal entry recorded by a parent subsidiary. On debit is investment in special foods 8,000, and on credit is other comprehensive income from special foods 8,000. Consolidation worksheet second year following combinations. The worksheet to prepare a complete set of a consolidated financial statement for the year 20x2 is illustrated in figure 510. In the worksheet, Fairless balance in the investment in special food stock account is more than the balance in figure 5a especially. Because of the adjusting entry just mentioned, Fairless $8,000 proportionate share of a special foods unrealized gain is included in the separate section of the worksheet for comprehensive income. Then is a special food trial balance has been changed to reflect. In the first one is the reduction in the cash balance resulting from the investment acquisitions, and the second is the investment in available for sale securities, and the last one is unrealized gain of $10,000 on the investment. Consolidation procedures. One additional entry is needed for the treatment of the subsidiary's other comprehensive income. First, the proportionate share of the subsidiary's other comprehensive income recorded by the parent in the adjusting entry previously mentioned must be eliminated to avoid double counting the subsidiary's other comprehensive income. Thus, the adjusting entry is reversed in the worksheet. Moreover, a proportionate share of the subsidiary's other comprehensive income must be allocated to the non-controlling interest. And the journal of other comprehensive income entry. In debit, there is OCA from special foods 8,000, and the OCA from the NCA is 2,000, and on credit is investment in special foods is 8,000, and NCA in NA of subsidiary is 2,000. And there is a table from example is from a comprehensive income illustration from figure 510. For the last one is consolidation worksheet comprehensive income in subsequent years. Each year following 20x2, special foods will adjust the unrealized gain on investment on its books for the change in fair value of the available for sale securities. For example, its special food investment increased in value by an additional $5,000 during 20x3, and special food would increase by $5,000. The carrying amount of the investment in securities and recognized as an element of the 20x3 other comprehensive income and unrealized gain is $5,000. Under equity method recording, Firlis would increase its investment in a special food stock account and record its $5,000 share of the subsidiary's other comprehensive income. And then there is example from other comprehensive income entry. On the debit is OCE from special foods 5,000, and the OCE to the NCE 1,000. On credit is investment in special foods 5,000, and NCE in NA of subsidiaries 1,000. I think that's all from us. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.